before and today, we're honored to have Mr. Kim Lee Domingo, an instructor of Living in the IT Era with us. Thank you for joining us, sir. But before we begin, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background?
So, good morning everyone. Good evening. So, I am Kim Lee. So, I am yes, I work in Wildlife Biodiversity. And aside from that, also pursued my master's degree in plant breeding, which is specialized in molecular plant breeding and phenotypic plasticity. I'm familiar more on genetic diversity, like the DNA analysis, and also wildlife research.
Thank you, sir. We're conducting this interview as part of our midterm requirement for our Science, Technology, and Society class. We've prepared 4 questions to discuss the current issues in information technology and their impact on our daily life. Are the most pressing issues in information technology today?
So for me, the most pressing issue in information technology is the artificial intelligence. Since we all know that the artificial intelligence has been utilized in the aspect of knowledge, creating misinformation to degrade someone in his life. Diba? So aside from that, artificial intelligence also has become very essential in helping especially students that have been using AI. But the negative impact on it is several students right now didn't practice the analysis aspect. Aside from that, they've been using AI to create paragraphs, sentences, even the thesis. But in general, AI also helpful, but you must first learn how to do those things, so you have better grasp and understanding on how to use this technology in helping you. So, for example, if you observe that now many college students didn't know how to speak and even write in English. So generally, most students have been using AI to construct the sentence, paragraph. But AI has been also useful, especially if you know how to speak and write. You can use AI, for example, the Grammarly and the grammar checker or Killbot to check your grammar. But students now mostly rely only on AI. So even though AI has been created to help us in a positive way, but AI also now one of the most pressing issues has been contributing to the degradation of the learning of students.
Really transformed how we live and work. How have these advancements influenced the daily lives of ordinary people?
So, the advancement of technology has been very helpful. So, we all know that the needs of humans have pushed technology to its limits. And every now and then, new technology has been developed to address our issues. It also helps, for example, in the early years, agricultural field was involved in plowing using a plow and a cow. But now we have been using artificial intelligence machineries. For example, in Israel has been known as a desert area. But they have created an indoor farm which is being run by artificial intelligence. So in that farm, they can create a farm inside the desert. So they create like a greenhouse or screen house, which they be using recycling the water inside, and they have what you call the precision agriculture technology, which they can easily harvest, identify which fruit are already ripe for processing, and which are still unripe, totally unripe, that can be used for the production. So, like I said, so technology has been useful and very essential in the daily life by making everything easier for us. But the impact again, we became independent on the technology.
So as you have mentioned, sir, one of the big topics these days is the rise of AI and automation. In your opinion, sir, what are the socio-economic impacts of these technologies on the workforce?
So, for me, one of the issues of AI in the workforce is I have observed that some people, especially in the research field, have been using AI AI in creating their manuscript, their report. But in general, for me, especially for us, I've been a researcher in the field of biology, especially in wildlife in the plant breeding. I've been also a peer reviewer for some scholarly journal. So but for us, you need if a researcher is a person is a researcher, he or she needs to understand more on what he is doing. She should not 100% rely on the help of AI to analyze, to interpret the results of her studies. Because some studies will be conducted may have no significant effect or so no significant different result, but they are still can be useful information. So if you use AI, sometimes AI will indicate that this technological healing developments have no significant effect and it's an unuseful technology. But in reality, it can be useful. It's just a matter of how you interpret and how you reduce the conclusion in writing that information.
With technology evolving so rapidly, concerns about data privacy are also growing. How can we address these concerns while continuing to innovate in the field of IT systems?
Especially in the field of IT. So, as you all know, there will be technologies that we are using. But for our politicians or lawmakers, they should also, or even IT scientists, should all identify what are the cons and cons of that technology. So if the new technology, so they must first learn to analyze what are these negative impacts of it, especially in the data privacy. So they can also create a law that can help us or that can safeguard us from that technology. Just because every technology has also a negative or limitations. In some aspect, some problem is some technologies has been already deployed without further understanding how it will affect us, especially in the data privacy. So when it comes to my opinion or for me, it's just a matter of before using the technology, those who develop it or also lawmakers must also create a law to control the information that being utilized by that technology. Because we all know internet, so internet we are able to interconnect with other computers. Hackers have been one of the main common problems with us. They can reach your information. They can store our information in every system. That's why, for me, I think aside from the law being created, so in the system that being created, in the system for that technology, especially in the IT, this also should be a wall, safeguard wall, or just a firewall, so that those hackers and also other form of doing data breaching can be prevented.
Okay, so thank you for sharing your valuable insights, Sir Kim. But before we wrap up, what advice would you offer to those entering the IT field who aspire to make a positive difference in our society?
So, for me, my advice is only to think outside the box, because everything started with just confusion. Like, oh, it's an imagination. For example, the plane with the Wright brothers, they just created the prototype. But look at now, a plane has been very essential in the work of transportation. So you just don't need to follow the footsteps of your mentors. Sometimes it takes what do you call this guts, especially if you're going to the field of research, because you are doing something that hasn't yet proven yet. So you doing that, so you need to be a risk taker sometimes. So that's also don't mind if the others say, oh, it's impossible, because everything started impossible. Even the drone, the laptop, the computers started impossible, but they are existing now. So just think outside the box.
That's an excellent advice, sir. Thank you once again, Sir Kim, for joining us today. It's truly been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.